Thank you everyone for joining me for this bonus that I'm dropping today, which is basically to announce a couple of things that is happening regarding my MOLIAE production, and I'm going to get into that as well as get into a couple of other things. I'm having a live event and we'll talk about that as well. So without further ado, I'm broadcasting this across both of my podcast shows. So that would be definitely Nichel Anderson Short Stories and Beyond, and Surviving Your Journey to a Success, because I do 2 podcast shows. I wanted to kind of touch on those that are following me on either or, hopefully both. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into this. I don't want it to be long, and this is the last week of 2021. I will have to say that it was much better than the previous year, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I hope everyone is having a great holiday season and looking forward to the new year. I am as well, and this year was definitely more better than last year, so I'm grateful for that. So let's get into this. I wanted to drop a bonus and talk about a couple of things. The first thing, I'm very excited that I will be working on music, which is part of my MOLIAE production. And for those that are just joining me, MOLIAE stands for Moments of Love in Ancient Egypt, which was a theatrical name when told to kind of think about plays, even though I came to Atlanta to film. But anyhow, so I created a song. The name of that is When Love Was Divine, and that will be released tentatively. I'm looking for that to be released in spring 2022. So I do have the link to MOLIAE.com page talking about the song, and it will have like a contact form. I'm asking you, please, if you want to participate and support me and my mission to turn my book into a feature film. That's really has been my dream, to sign up to get on the know of the list when the song is released. The album is scheduled to be released later. I'll do another podcast about that, to talk about the songs that wrote, and some of it's going to be not with lyrics to it. It's just mainly going to be just instrumental beat, because I believe music is life. So it's positive vibes, and the theme of my album is When Love Was Divine. It's about when love was divine, when you have your true love, and sometimes we go our separate ways to learn life lessons, and then we ache for that, to be able to be back together, and we're finding that understanding and learning about the different aspects of what a relationship should be, a healthy relationship, and it's doing the times of memories that we can relate to, and I'm connecting to ancient Egypt and all of those wonderful times and beautiful romantic times. That's what When Love Was Divine, when we respect one another. So it can be modern day type of theme, and that's what that song is about. So with that done and said, I'm very excited. I'm announcing it today on my social media. Once the song is officially released, by being on the list, you'll definitely be in the know, and you can purchase it. Those proceeds will go towards the funding of my dream to turn my book, Where's Midway, a memoir of a past life in ancient Egypt, aka MOLIAE, into a feature film. All right, so that's that. And the other thing I want to touch on is the very exciting news as well, is I'm announcing today of the NFTs Collection of MOLIAE World. So definitely sign up to be, sign up to be a part of the Discord. It is free to join, and that's where you're going to get updates of the phases that I'm going to be rolling out, the official NFT collection that you can invest in. Those proceeds, I'm going to have at least up to 30% that will be given to charity, and I have that broken down. I will release that as well, the roadmap and the other things I have planned with the website, where it can be managing the NFTs collection, and as well as cryptocurrency. So I'm very excited about that project. So definitely go ahead and sign up for the Discord, and I'm having a live event. I'm going to go ahead and jump to that. That's going to be January the 8th right now. It could change, but definitely right now it's January the 8th, 2022. On my Discord, it's MOLIAE World, and my goal is to get up to 1,000 members. because I have been so busy, but I really want to focus on that and to try to increase that, make that community grow like I have on Facebook. And that really helps too as well. If you want to donate, it's going to be constantly upgraded, my server on Discord for MOLIAE World. And if you wanted to donate, it's just like typing the word donate, and then we have this bot that comes up and you could just donate right there to the cause. So, but anyway, the NFT collection overall, I will roll that out soon and keep updates of the phases for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and 4. So you definitely want to sign up, be a part of Discord, and be a part of that channel going back and forth, so you can look at the roadmap and the breaking down of how you can see investing in the NFT collection of my art. And it's going to be themed Ancient Egypt. That's something that not only that you can invest in for you and your family, but as well, like I said, my plan is to give up to 30% to charity, which is going to focus on education and hunger. And then the community can pick which charities that they feel that we should be the recipient of that. So those are planning in the future what we're going to do. So definitely sign up on my website, MOLIAE.com. The link will be in the description where you can sign up to get on the list as well, because I am going to be starting giving giveaways and stuff like that. That's the plan. But definitely sign up for the Discord. My goal is by the 8th to have 1,000 members on the Discord server. That will give us a milestone that I can get into the main directory to bring in more people. And the remaining percentage of the sales of the NFT collection, when it officially rolls out and launch, not only you will know ahead of time, but then I'm just going to take those proceeds, the remaining of it, and invest into the funding of making my book, Victoria, I'm a Memoir of a Past Life in Ancient Egypt, aka MOLIAE, into a feature film. All right, so definitely check that out. I'm very excited about that, as well as my music. We talked about Discord and we talked about joining that and so forth. I just want to touch on just the relationship live show. I got a really good vibe. Didn't stay long, but they did, and a lot of feedback when we was off the show about it. So I'm going to do another live show about relationship. My guests really had a great time and it seemed to really connect, and we got a lot of good gems. I haven't officially uploaded that, but I will. So that will be sometime in February, probably February the 14th. Valentine's Day, and we can have another live show. We'll just talk about love, relationship, what you expect, and we do have a theme. Theme is going to be, all right, you're getting the first insight of that. It's going to be, how can you tell someone that you love them? And last goal, he was the male of my special guest panel, and he just said, you'll be surprised how hard it is. So that's very interesting to me. And my whole goal with Nichel Anderson Short Stories and Beyond, and my other podcast show, Surviving Your Journey to a Success, sometimes the struggle to understand love prevents us to have the mental peace that we seek. And so when he kind of said it in his way, we was talking about the topic, and I mentioned it to him, and he just said, it's kind of hard for people to do that. It's just very interesting to kind of pull back those layers and understand why certain people do certain things, because that helps you to be able to make the decision that's right in your life. And that's what relationships are, is building, but you got to make sure the other person is understanding and building forward. When they're not, that's when you know the rest, if you've been following my podcast show. All right, so that's that. I wanted to kind of touch on those important things, and just to kind of highlight that I'm going all out with my music, and hope you be a part of that by signing up. So when it's released, you'll help proceeds and you'll forward that. But I am releasing like a sample, and I'm very excited. I had 2 wonderful singers to do the main lead, and then I am coming on. So you listen to this, you're getting the inside scoop. I will be a part of that, doing like a spoken word type part, and then we have a rapper as well to put in. So I'm very excited. That's the single. And then it's going to be a total like 7 songs, and then we'll have a remix. So you definitely want to sign up so you can get the freebies and know what's going on and get the listening to it before it's officially released. So at any rate, I think that's about it. I'm very excited today. I'm very thankful. And we'll talk more about the song when I break it down, my lyrics. We need positive love songs like that, I think. And we need something that is not so out there, that we're just really talking about the goodness of what love is. So when love was divine, it's remembering the simpleness of living. Of course, we have challenges and all of that, but the understanding of the foundation of a relationship and what it requires and what it needs and what it's willing to do. And sometimes it takes a while for us to understand that. So we go our separate ways and we get into these other relationships, and we either choose to learn from that or we don't, but eventually we do, in the sense that we really yearn for that comfort, being comfortable with someone that is your match. And there's nothing like it in the world. And it reinforces what love is, because you have the patience and the understanding and the forgiveness. I mean, real forgiveness where you earned it, and it's no control. Love is not control. That's what I want to leave you today before I end this bonus podcast, is that my song and the music that because I have to admit that I really didn't believe I could write. Oh my gosh, I'm going to write this, and then I just start writing it, and then the people that are singing it or what have you and perform it, like, wow, this is really good. You're connecting it, it kind of made me feel that, when you put your mind to something, you can do anything, but as well when you have a message. My book, Mitzrayim, when I sat and wrote those pages, and it's time I wanted to give up. That was back in 1995. I never forget it. And I just kept going forward because I felt like my soul wanted to tell it. And so when I wrote that song, When Love Was Divine, I felt that my heart wanted to speak it, right? And want to say it, to remember when you love someone and you just feel that feeling of love and that connection, and you don't really feel it with anybody else. And it just makes you feel absolutely beautiful, and it reinforces what you know of yourself, of your worth. That's what love is. It's not taking, it's not manipulating, it's not controlling, it's reinforcing your worth. That's what that person do for you and what you do for them, because it's the 360, as I like to say, 360, boo. When two souls understand that, then you have the mental peace and you have the journey that you expect. And that's coming around again. But anyhow, I'm not going to talk too much. I do appreciate you listening in, and I do ask you to sign up. And right, Craig, if you purchase my book, Mitzrayim, A Memoir of a Past Life in Ancient Egypt, please, I ask you to help a sister out. Go to Amazon and leave a review, and Barnes & Noble. I had a few reviews on Barnes & Noble a couple years ago. And last year, all of a sudden, which is so weird, it got all removed and deleted. I'm kind of looking side-eyed, but nonetheless, so you can help me out if you purchase the book. Just take the time. You can leave 3 or 4 words, and this, hopefully it's a good review. And on Barnes & Noble, and as well as Amazon. Sometimes those haters, be falling out the bushes and stuff when they want to take away the message. And my work always been on the vibe of giving. So anyhow, if you purchase my book, even my other Corporate Miracle book, don't forget to leave a review, but particularly my Egypt book. Help a sister out. It does help to get me in search, and people are like, oh, I should check that book out too. So anyhow, thank you so much, and I appreciate you, and I hope you really enjoy my song, When Love Was Divine, because I'm very romantic, what have you, but I love the whole process of loving someone else and being in a 360 relationship that is giving and is not always taking. You get the peace and you get the respect, and that's what love is. That's what truth is. That's what true love is. All right. Thank you. Talking to you in the next one.